Well, thanks for staying with us, and we're really excited. You know, there's been a national program, and it's been in place a fairly long time, and it's sponsored by the National Center for Fathering, and it's called Watchdogs, School Watchdogs. It's a way to get fathers involved in school, but the thing that's really exciting, Carrie, is our first campus started the program this year, and it's Deerwood Elementary. And it wouldn't have happened if it were not for a couple of really neat dads willing to get it going at Deerwood, and we're thrilled to have with us Travis Stoltz and Mike Wimberly, both watchdogs at Deerwood, and thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sounds like a really, really exciting program, but we all need to get educated. So Travis, I'll start with you.
Sure.
So what does Watchdogs mean, and what's the program about?
So first off, the dogs, in the Watchdogs name, is an acronym. So that it stands for Dads of Great Students. So it tells you a little bit right there. And like you said, it's a national program. It's straight from their mission statement. It's a father involvement and educational initiative. It's part of the National Center for Fathering. It's a part of over 4,000 schools across the U.S. and 46 states. So it's essentially the concept is simple. You take a day off work. If that's, in my case, I take a day off from work, and I spend an entire day from 7:30 to 3:30 or 4 in the school in a scheduled rotation through my kids' classes, through lunch duty, recess, helping out with classes that my kids are not in. It's a really rewarding, cool experience.
That's awesome.
Very cool, very cool. So Mike, how many dads do you have that are part of the Watchdog program at Deerwood?
Well, we've opened it up to all the dads and father figures within, Deerwood Elementary. It's real easy to sign up. We've created a simple sign up form online that they can click and sign up any day that's convenient for them. The idea is to take a day off of work and spend it, with your child to get an understanding of the things they go through at their daily activities in school. I would say right now half the dates have probably been selected, and we even offer half days. So if that makes it easier for some of the dads to sign up, that makes it easier.
It's so great, and I think so important. We before we got started, we were chatting a little bit, and it's not universal, but really most elementary school campuses, they're filled with women. Right. That's pretty, and you're hard pressed to find a male role model, a male figure on an elementary campus staff. So I just think the program opens up so many important experiences, if you will, for children. But I'm curious, so and really I want to ask both of you, so what piqued your interest to even think about starting this at Deerwood?
So my wife, behind every good man, there's a good woman. My wife is, she learned about this program from a family member in Jersey Village, my brother-in-law, and he was a watchdog there, and my wife kind of started doing some research on it. And asked me, hey, would you be willing to do it? And I thought about it, and I'm busy just like everyone else. And she said, well, if you don't do it, I'm going to find somebody else. And I said, okay, I'll do it. And so we opened it up to try to get some other volunteers, and Travis volunteered to help with it from the beginning. So my wife and Travis got together, of course, with the principal. School buy-in is important. Sure. So getting the principal, the assistant principal involved, because there's some work there for them as well. And we spent several meetings within the summertime getting it ready for the fall. We set up some fundraisings, a launch party to help us fund this. And then we had some, sponsorship donation money for that as well. But that's really how we got started. I'll tell you, we had a tremendous turnout for our launch party. I had a couple teachers who said they've done this for 30 years and they've never ever seen the turnout that we had. It was, we ran out about every food. We had to keep ordering food, and the place was packed. There was no parking, and we got nothing but very strong feedback. And so we were very, impressed with how people were taking this program seriously, and it's been an unbelievable experience.
Well, and I'd like to hear a little bit about the feedback that you receive from the administrators, the teachers on campus, and actually the students. What do the students have to say about seeing the dads during the day?
Yeah, so from my perspective, the feedback from the students, my children and the students I interacted with, is entirely positive. So I and I know Mike did as well, I came into my day as a Watchdog dad and wanted to bring positive energy. So just enthusiasm, positive approach to any setting I was in during the day. And the kids felt that, you know, and they gave it back. They reciprocated. So it was, you know, I walked out of there feeling kind of like a rock star, quite honestly. Well received, well received.
You know, and some kids ask if you know, if they don't have a dad who can come. I mean, it's open to father figures, grandparents, you know, grandfathers, uncles, neighbors, anybody who plays that role, and it's an unbelievable experience. We play recess, we help with lunch. I mean, I played football for an hour and a half at recess with all the various grades, and then you do get to spend a little bit of time in your own kids' class, and I've got 3 daughters there now, so I split my time up amongst them, and you get to really see how they interact in in the school setting. And I'll tell you, Deerwood is an unbelievable school. I have nothing but positive things to say about how it's ran. And like you pointed out, and I didn't know this, there's not one single male on that campus the entire day. And so it's just something different. And it's a truly a positive experience from everybody that we've heard of up to this point.
Unfortunately, they're waving us on. We're running out of time, but I do want you both to know that one of my earlier campus visits to Deerwood, near the start of this school year, not too far into it, principal, assistant principal, teachers, and unsolicited, raving about the Watchdog program.
Good.
And just excited that you all stepped up and were willing to do this. So you need to know that. It's clearly it's impacting the children, but it really has impacted the staff as well. So
good to hear.
And Mike, thanks for mentioning grandfathers. I don't know about an hour and a half of football at recess, but this grandfather is going to be there, God willing, someday.
Yeah,
Awesome.
we love seeing our moms on campuses, but wow, what a nice, refreshing change of scenery to have our dads on campus. And it sends a great message to our kids that it's not just moms that are involved in education, it's dads, it's a family affair. So we appreciate what you guys have done. And actually, I'm hoping this catches on. I'm hoping we hear of other elementary schools that hear about Watchdogs and decide this is something that they would like to get involved in.
I'm sensing there's a great woman behind a man who's going to get a lecture tonight. Travis, Mike, thank you so much for being with us. You guys are amazing. Deerwood, first school in Humble ISD, Watchdogs program. Learn more. You can find out on the website. Go to the Deerwood Elementary website, and you too can get involved and really make a difference. Stay with us. Kara and I will be back in just a minute.